Hey, what's up, people? How you doing? It's America's Credit and Finance Drill Sergeant, the Rough Rev, otherwise known as King Bay. Coming to you live and direct from the highway as usual. Heading over the bridge into Philly, weaving through the traffic. I should say bobbing and weaving for these non-driving people. I delayed making this video because I almost had a little small case of road rage when this lady cut me off. And I was like, ooh, I'm about to lay hands on somebody. It's not going to be in the name of Jesus. Anyway, I want to talk to you today real quick about the psychology of money and the psychology of investing. And when I say investing, I'm not speaking of stocks, bonds, securities, and annuities. I'm talking about investing in real estate, investing in yourself, investing in a small business. Recently, I had the opportunity to do a phone conference with a very good friend of mine and his wife. The gentleman is a very gifted and talented contractor that I've known for many years. He used to do a lot of high-end work in the beach block properties in Ventnor, Margate, Longport, Brigantine. He does phenomenal, incredible work, kind of stuff you see on HGTV and beyond is what he does every day, all day. And he's been kind of sitting on the fence for a number of years about jumping into the investing game, investing in real estate, because his wife didn't feel comfortable. And I realized that, being in a marriage situation, it's a little bit different than if you're a single man, and you have to make considerations and concessions for the other half. However, I explained to him that I said, you know what? I said, the interesting thing is you and your wife are wealthy people. I said, but you're acting like you're poor people. And I said, you're acting like you have all these reasons that's stopping you from doing this. I said, you guys have the wealth, you have the finances. He, as a contractor, has a one-up on everybody else in the investing game, because when he does a project, he doesn't have to pay a contractor 30 or 40% of his profit. He can keep that in his pocket because he buys the material and he does the work himself, and all it is sweat equity for him. And I told him, I said, you guys have the ideal situation. You have the wealth and you have a contractor who can finish the job and not take half the money and run the way most of them do. I said, but the key thing is, I said, subconsciously and in their subliminal mind, I said, you guys have programmed yourselves to operate like poor people. I said, so you're operating with this fear, with this doubt, with this unbelief, and the opportunities, instead of rushing in to meet you, I said, the opportunities are running away from you. And, I told him, I said, it's a very dangerous place to be where you have everything that you need to excel and perform, and you allow fear to hold you hostage, like literally hold you hostage. And sorry about the bumps up here in this construction zone right outside of Philly before you go over the bridge, and it's madness as usual. I said, so I told him, I said, you guys are allowing doubt and fear to hold you hostage, and the opportunities are going to somebody else who has less talent, less money, less ability financially to actually do the transaction. I said, but they're doing it on sheer guts and will and determination and, focus and just work ethic with limited resources, excuse me, and coming out on top. So what I want to mention to you guys today is this, and I want you to be mindful of the fact that you could take all the real estate seminars in the world. You could read every book that was ever written on the subject. You can meet the authors in person and have personal coaching and one-on-one sessions. Sign up for my coaching program and I'll make you a millionaire in 6 months or less of your money back. And you can take that to the bank and all that kind of hype. You can get into all these programs. But if subconsciously and subliminally you have a poverty mindset and you have that poverty script, that script is playing in your mind. You know, one of the things that I became aware of because one of my major was telecommunications, television broadcasting, with a minor concentration in business. I ended up doing more business than communication, but in any case, as I was, let me get through this little construction area. As I was doing my studies, I remember we always would have to draft a script. For whatever type of production that we had to write a script. The script was who's going to say what, when, where this person's going to stand, where the lighting is, how the lighting is going to be set up, who's going to say what, who's going to respond with what expression, and everything was pre-planned. It was a whole entire script. And this was what we operated from for every single presentation, every single, thing we wanted to program or produce, every single production, we had a script. Well, see, whether or not you realize it, many of you who have the capabilities to win at whatever you will put your mind to, you're losing because of the script that's playing in your mind. And sometimes it's not like you try and lose, but you just don't even try, so you eliminate yourself from the possibility of ever even winning because you never even tried because of the script. So you have this script that was handed down to you from your mom, your dad, your pastor, grandma. Crawl before you can walk, baby. You better be careful. I remember one time, I don't know if it was my grandmother or my mother said, you better be careful going over there messing with them people. I said, I ain't messing with them people. Them people came and messed with me. I said, they picked a fight with me. So you want to play it rough? Okay. Say hello to I don't have no little friends. I got big friends that go. I don't have friends that go pop. I have friends that go boom. Okay? Say hello to my big friend. Boom. Anyway, look. If you have that script playing in your mind, better crawl before you can walk, baby. You gotta be careful, baby. Don't go over there. You better be safe than sorry, baby. What happened if it don't work? What happened if it does? And you make a like Forrest said, you make a gazillion dollars. What happens then? I would venture to say that, hold on one second, guys. I apologize about the edit. I have to pay this toll going into Philly. Got to pay this $5, which is a total rip. But what are you gonna do? They know they got you by the gonads. How's it going? Can I get a receipt, please?
Yes, you can. Whose flag is that right there?
My dad.
Passed away?
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. And thank you. We thank you for his service.
Yeah, and mine too. I was a Marine.
Here too.
Yes, sir. God bless. Thanks. In any case, guy wants to know whose flag is that in my car. I could say something, but we're on video right now, so I'm just gonna let it go. Anyway, like my dear would say, anyway. Thank you. Look, hey, back to the lecture at hand. Look, understand something. Some of you guys need to rewrite the script, is what I'm getting to. Some of you guys need to rewrite the script. You need to rewrite the script. You know, back in the day when I was doing gospel rap and gospel hip hop, I used to take the curse words out of the song and I would rewrite the script with something about God. I I would take the Snoop Dogg song or some other type of song, and I would rewrite the script to say something positive rather than saying something negative. And it would be something that would be hot, it would still be urban, it would still be gritty, but it would have a positive message because I rewrote the script. I didn't keep the same negative, toxic, kill, murder, disrespect women script that most rappers had. I flipped it. And what you guys need to do, many of you guys need to flip the script on yourself. Rewrite your own life. Stop using that same dead script. Everybody in your family has dysfunctional relationships. Nobody stays married. Everybody fights and argues at the family barbecues and the gatherings. Can't have a good time because Auntie Mary and Uncle Bobby, we know they're gonna get into it. And Uncle Bobby's a nice guy. He's laughing, happy, and jokey. But Aunt Mary's a bitch, and she gotta say something to get on his nerves. And he be like, "God damn it, Mary, you blah, 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 blah." And they're gonna argue. This is the script. See, some of you guys need to rewrite the script, yo. Rewrite the script. Get rid of that same dead script. How about you write a new script? How about you write a possibility script? How about instead of thinking about what you can do, contemplate what you can? How about you write a script of, hey, I'm scared as fuck, but I'm still gonna try this shit. How about you write that script? How about you say that script? Wow, this tractor trailer just smooth cut me the hell off. Like smooth cut me off, but ain't nothing you can do with when you got 4 tons of trailer, like against my little, more like 10 tons of trailer against my little 2 tons of car. I wouldn't win that battle. I wouldn't even try to fight it. But in any case, many of you guys need to rewrite that script. Now, how do you do that? Okay, first of all, you got to change some of your habits. Some of the same old things you do, going to the same old dead places, seeing the same old dead people, going to the same old dead church, sitting in the same old dead road with them same old, the big hat ladies that sit there and be like, girl, ain't that a shame? Girl, she know that ain't her hair. My Lord, Jesus, we need to pray for her, girl, get all that stuff. Look at all that, man. You need to, hey, same old shit. If you always do what you've always done, then you always have what you have right now. And the only way to change your results is to change your actions. Go some different place. Go a different way home from work. How about you go a different way home from work? How about you ride past that luxury house that you know you really want? You think in your mind you can't afford it. Notice I said you think. Because I'm going to tell you, I bought a $500,000 house one time just because I thought I could. What about that? Just because I thought I could. You know how many other people rode past that house and said, I think I can, I think I can't, I think I can't. And then after a while they convinced themselves and they said, I know I can. It's too expensive. We can't afford it. Honey, isn't it? Ooh, but look at it's twice what our salary. Ah! Get away from me with that. Ooh, you got the cooties. You ever been around somebody that got broke cooties? They got the broke cooties. They just, every time they talk, everything they say is just some broke cootie shit. Like, hey, how we gonna do that? We don't know. I don't know how we gonna make it, babe. We just living paycheck to paycheck. Hey, you got the cooties. Get away from me before that shit rub off. You got the broke cooties. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. But hey, the brother gotta keep it real. Some of y'all gotta rewrite that script. I remember one time I came from, when I was living in Maryland, I went to church one day and my pastor was talking this good talk about wealth and abundance, how you should speak it and how you should say what you want. Don't say what the situation is. God already knows what the situation is. Tell him what you want. Begin to speak wealth, speak abundance, speak possibility, right? So I go in the bookstore to pay for some books and I got these books and I was all excited, man, hype. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go out and do something, man. I'm gonna go out and start some shit, right? just came from church cursing, but I said, hey, that's the Bay, that's the King Bay, like whatever. Anyway, I go up in the bookstore. I get to the little register to pay for the books, and I pull out $100 bill to pay for the books, and the lady goes, $100 bill, yeah. Don't you have anything smaller? And I said, excuse me, I gotta put my wallet back from way back from when I went through the toll. One day I got out and my wallet fell on the ground. I didn't even know it. In any case, the lady goes, "Don't you have something smaller?" Like she had an attitude about me having $100 bill. Like, she was like, "How dare you come in here with this $100 bill? Like, who do you think you are with this $100 bill?" And I'm like, and I just politely, smooth as silk, I just said, I said, "Hey, and then she said, did you have a 20 or something? A 10 or a 20 or something?" I said, I haven't seen a 20 in so long. I don't even know what a 20 looks like, right? Yo, that lady got heated. She was so pissed at me, yo. She was so pissed at me. It's like, oh, excuse me, Mr. Big Stuff. Excuse me, Mr. Such and Much. You ain't had 100. You ain't seen a 20 or so. Like, you don't know no smile bit. I said, wait a minute. I said, did you just come from the same church service I came from when our pastor was talking about speaking possibility and speaking what you want in your life and say it, name it and claim it and blab it and grab it and spit it and get it? I said, were we or were we not in the same church service? And she kind of looked at me and stopped. I said, that's right. I said, I haven't seen a 20 in so long, I forgot what they look like. Now, can I have my change, please? Started to say, damn it, but I had just come from church, so I was trying to keep it, you know what I'm saying, a little bit holy, a little bit, as little as I can, ain't too much, because I cuss, so, what can I say? But in any case, lady gave me my change and kind of taking all my change. Like, I thought this was the prosperity church. But see, even though this lady attended a prosperity church, she had a poverty mindset. And the sad thing about it, the worst part about it was she was upset that anybody that had a different mindset of her. How dare you come in here making me feel uncomfortable about my happiness and my being happy about settling for being broke? How dare you come in here with this wealth and abundance stuff making me feel uncomfortable? Basically, that's what she was saying to me. And I'm like, well, damn. I said, this chick really, really is upset about anybody who's really trying to walk in wealth and abundance, because it makes her feel so uncomfortable. But her feeling uncomfortable was not my problem. It was not my problem. And the sad reality is, many of your family members have done the same thing to you, and you have edited your whole freaking life to make these people feel comfortable. You settle for a lesser relationship. You settle for less money in your life. You settle for a smaller house. Because when y'all was looking at houses, one of your family members said, do y'all really need all that? You only got 3 kids, but you need 5 bedrooms full. Just because y'all broke asses, 2 families living in a 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom or whatever. You know what I mean? Don't try to superimpose your brokenness on me. Anyway, at the end of the day, this is not a long video, but hopefully it's a powerful enough video to get through to you guys. And sorry, here again, I'm on Baltimore Avenue in Philly, so what you gonna do? It's not my car. The Beamer don't ride like that. It's the highway. But hopefully you can see that in order to really advance and progress in anything you want to do in life, not just in investing in real estate, but just in anything, you got to rewrite that script. One of the things I thank God for, many of the ups and downs in my life, I made money, I lost money, I've done a lot of good things, and I've lost everything, and was way up high on the mountain and then ended up being way down low in the valley, had nothing, slept in abandoned buildings and slept in cars, dead tags, no insurance, and being way up high with celebrity and then being down low to nothing. The beauty of those experiences was this. I had to constantly and continuously rewrite the script of my life. See, some of y'all have had no discomfort in your life. Everything has been convenience and ease and comfort. And some of you guys have not had the motivation. You haven't had the opportunity or the motivation to rewrite the script because you didn't need to. Because as long as you was getting just enough to get by, you thought it was cool. So because you had just enough to get by, you just kept just enough to getting by. That's the lifestyle that you lived. And at the end of the day, as a result, you had no motivation, no reason for saying, you know what? Let me tear this shit down and start over. You know, I have another contractor friend of mine, a gentleman from Florida who's one of my mentors, who told me, he said, Mr. King, sometimes rather than going in and rehabbing a tore down house, he said, sometimes it's better to just come in and blow the whole thing out and build everything new. He said, rather than patching here and patching there and patching. And he said, sometimes in order to maintain the historic status or maintain a certain certification with the city, he said he and his crew tear down everything in the house except for this one wall. And because this one original wall stayed in the house, they could get this certain type of funding, or they would have this certain type of certification, or they would keep this certain type of historical status. But he said most of the time, he said, man, it would be better just go in, tear the whole thing out, and build everything fresh and new. And guess what? That's what some of y'all need to do with your minds, with your spirit, with your inner man. Just go in and gut the thing. Hey, they do it in houses. And guess what? When you make certain type of real estate investments and you have certain types of qualifications you get from the city, you can come into an old house and gut that thing out and build it brand new from the inside out, from the bottom up, and the inspector will come in and give you a certification as a brand new house. And in the state of Pennsylvania, when you rehab a property to the point that it's considered a brand new house, you get what's called, trying to make it through traffic. You get what's called a 10-year tax abatement. You don't have to pay property taxes for 10 years. How about that? Because you came in and you tore out all of the nonsense and the stupidity that you were dealing with, and you gutted the thing down to the bones, and you built everything new. The city considers it a brand new property, 10-year tax abatement. That could save you $100,000, 50, 100 grand right there. So my question to you is this: when are you going to start your gut job? When are you going to start removing all the negativity and the doubt and the disbelief and all your family conditioning of what your family's always done, and this is just how we always did it, baby. Don't rock the boat, baby. Just go along. Auntie Josephine knows what's best. Nah, Auntie Josephine. Auntie Josephine, I think you might have it. I think you might have it twisted. I think you might need to rewrite your script, Auntie Josephine. For real. I think you might need to rethink how you're doing things, Auntie Josephine. Because you're doing what you've always done, what you're comfortable with. And you're satisfied with making just enough to get by. But me, I want to get paid. And you're satisfied with just having this constant dysfunction well, I actually want a smooth and happy life with less negativity and stress. I don't want that fussing and arguing and constant back and forth and rah rah rah. I don't need that. Well, you know what? Might make some folk feel uncomfortable, but I say to you that as you begin to rehabilitate your life and gut your mentality of all the negativity and the doubt and the unbelief and this is what we've always done, and the whole mindset of people feeling comfortable with the same old shit. Okay? If you can get beyond that, there's another realm of possibility for your life that it would just blow your mind. It would just totally blow your mind. What's possible for you? I mean, the stuff you dream about that you think are just some abstract ideas can be your reality. They absolutely can be your reality. But guess what? It's up to you. It's up to you to conquer that doubt and disbelief. And it's up to you to begin to retrench how you think. And it's up to you to be the one who says, hey, you know what? I'm going to go a different route. I'm going to go a different way than everybody else in my family has gone. I'm going to rock the boat, and I'm going to make some people feel uncomfortable right now. And maybe I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable myself, but I'm going to take a chance because it's time for me to take a chance on me. I've been believing in everybody else and what they say and doing what they said I should do and being, staying in this little box that they say I should stay in. But you know what? Now it's time for me to reach on up here and grab my piece of the pie and to do something that makes me happy. Even if it scares the shit out of everybody else. How about it makes me happy? How about that? How about it's something that I want to try? And ladies and gentlemen, let me say this to you. I know it's a long video, but if you stuck with me this long, give me a couple more minutes, because what I also want to say to you is your children are waiting for you to get out of that box and stop doing the same old things. You have husbands and wives. You have mates. You have prospective boyfriends and girlfriends that are looking at you and how you live and how you move, and hoping and praying that you one day will eventually get out of that comfort zone and just take a chance on yourself. And they're looking for you to stretch beyond that doubt and that unbelief and get into that zone they call the unlimited zone, where sorry, trying to negotiate through this traffic, where everything is possible, where you have the ability to do anything you put your mind to. Because the real reality is, when you close your eyes and you dream and you imagine what you want your life to be, that's the real reality. This what we're looking at isn't even real. This is an optical illusion. It's an optical illusion, and I'm gonna tell you how scientifically, I'm gonna prove to you how I know that's a fact. They did a study on the iris on the human eye, and they said the human eye has the ability to take everything that it views, it turns it upside down and flips it around backwards. So what you're viewing is an image that has been turned upside down and flipped backwards. So the thing you're looking at is not even really what you're looking at. And what you see has to do with your ability to perceive and discern what's real and what's not. Because I read something some time ago that was so profound. There were two men in prison. And one was a negative thinker and the other one was a positive thinker. And all day long, the negative thinker talked about how bad things were and blah, 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 and we're in jail and this and that. But the other positive thinker talked about what he was going to do when he got out and how he's going to make a better future and things he was going to change. And he was preparing himself, he was reading. And there was a man who observed them both. And the man said, two men looked out of prison bars. He said one saw the mud, but the other one saw the stars. When you look out, what do you see? Do you see I can't? Do you see I don't make enough money? Do you see, fear, doubt, unbelief? Do you see negativity? Do you see all of these different hindrances? Do you see blocks? Do you see I can't? I won't. I'm too light. I'm too dark. I'm not smart enough. I live in a bad neighborhood. I don't know nobody. I don't have connections. I don't have enough money in my bank account. I don't have a nice enough car. Like, come on, man. The Bible and the Quran says we were made in the image and likeness of God. And then it said that God sent his Holy Spirit, his very power, his life force to live in us. Shoot! So now here comes the Spirit into our physical bodies. And the scripture says we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power of God might be in us. Whoo, I'm about to take up collection for myself right now because this nigga's preaching. Is there one here that want to give their life or a $20 bill? Look, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Player. Go for your dreams, ladies and gentlemen. Because they're not going to come for you. They're waiting on you, man. Your children are waiting on you. You have no idea how many little children are waiting to be set free by somebody like you, who could just tell them when their parents won't tell them. You could do it. When you're in the classroom and you just encourage, when I'm in the classroom with kids and I'm just encouraging them, tell them how I believe in them, how smart they are, how pretty they are, how handsome they are, how intelligent they are, building them up in their faith, so they get strong, so they don't have no fear. They'll have unequivocal doubt that they can do anything that they put their mind to. Man, look here. Nobody ever achieved anything sitting down, being quiet, being scared. I can tell you that. So I say to you, rewrite the script of your life. Go out and stir some shit out. Go out and start something today. Go out and do something you've been delaying on doing. Just go try it. Just go holler at that fine ass shorty that you've been scared to talk to. Just go holler at her and say, you know what, excuse me. I just gotta tell you, I've been watching you, girl. You so fine. I'm just saying, like, I don't know what you doing wasting time with these bumbleclads, but hey, what's up? Let's go out. Let's talk. I know you don't know me. Maybe you don't think that, but when you get to know me, you're gonna want to know me better. And then after you get to know me better, you're gonna love me. And then after you love me, oh, it's a wrap. Then you're gonna want to marry, nigga. She gonna be like, oh, you know what? I thought you was crying, but you so crazy and everything. Here go my number right here. Your friends gonna be like, what? You might be like that yourself, like, what? Just don't never let them see you sweat, shorty. Don't show it on your face. Just keep it cool, keep it chill, keep it chill. Anyway, Rewrite the script of your life. Try something new. Go start some trouble in a good way. I heard an old pastor say you got to stir up the gift that's in you. See, we always thinking it's out there. It's out there. Oh, we got to go get another degree out there. We got to get some money from the bank out there. Oh, we got to go get this person who has this connection out there. No, it's all in here. You got to pull it out. That's what the Latin word educate really means. It means to draw out. A good teacher, which I am, all he does is help his students to draw out the intelligence and the power and ingenuity that's already resident in them. Like dipping down into a well. Jesus met the woman at the well. And she dipped him something to drink. He said, you giving me a fresh, cool, clean water. He said, but I'm going to dip into who I am to give you the power of eternal life. See, you have so much inside of you already. Stop looking out there. Get into the prayer position, meditate, pray, whatever your practice is. Chant. Draw out that power because it's in there. And you got to realize it may make you feel uncomfortable. It may make many people in your life feel uncomfortable. But so the fuck what? You got to get, anytime you want to do anything of any greatness, of any significance, you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's a heavy statement. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable till you force yourself to do these uncomfortable things so much that you begin to excel because other people won't try them. And just because you try them, you'll be the winner by default because everybody else will be scared. I can't tell you how many big ass fabulous houses I bought like that, cars I bought like that, different things I've achieved in my life, started a business, radio show, just because I would be like, you know what, let me just try, let me just see. I play a game with myself. Let me just try. I be looking around laughing at myself. Everybody else be like, he really gonna do that shit? I be like, watch this nigga. Cross them up like Allen Iverson, break them ankles, boy. Anyway, you guys, I love you. I wish you grace and peace. I hope all is well. I'm at my destination now, so I'm going to get out and get in and get paid. So, you know, this is what we do. Peace and love to you, grace and peace. And I ask that you really, 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 really pull the greatness that's inside of you out. Stop looking for it to come from somebody else. You already got it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. That's what the Bible kept saying in Psalms. Be not afraid. Be not afraid. Fear not. Fear not. Fear not. Fear not. Because fear can put you in the jail. It can make you a hostage. And it can stop so many good things from coming into your life. Don't do it to yourself. The wealth and the abundance is right there for you. It's waiting for you. Go get it. Grace and peace to everybody.